Every Friday, our friends at Local Environmental, you can check out what they're doing at localenvironmental.ca. They give us a chance to blow off a little steam, to say what we mean, to mean what we say. These are all real emails received to our inbox, to talk@ryanjesperson.com. It's an exercise we call Trash Talk! All right, I feel like Cynthia speaks for all of us, maybe most of us anyway. She says, I'd like to take a quick second to teach most of you something. I like the spirit that Cynthia takes on this. She says, oh, you're going to teach us, are you, Cynthia? You're thinking? Well, I'm just basing this, she says, on what I see every time 2 lanes of traffic go into one. It's so much worse now during construction season, and it would appear that most of you have no idea how to zipper merge. Cynthia says there should never be one big, long line with everybody being polite Canadians and then an entirely empty lane all the way up to the funnel point. You're supposed to use both lanes and then alternate like a zipper zipping up. She says, I did the right thing about a half an hour ago. Don't worry, I'm not texting and driving. And a couple of real heroes overcompensating in their loser rides went bumper to bumper to ensure that I couldn't merge in before one lovely lady finally did what she's supposed to do and let me in. Take 2 seconds today and YouTube zipper merge. Tell your partners, your kids, your friends, we'll all be better for it. Less gridlock, better flow. Take care, Real Talkers. That from Cynthia. I love it. How about this one here? This was a good one from Joe L., who says the situation that happened, that school in Ottawa with the police, a national embarrassment. He says, I loved your talk on the dress codes earlier, Jespo. Says if they were asking female students to literally do a bend-over test to see if their skirts complied with the dress code regulations, those people should be charged, says Joe, with sexual harassment. Singling out certain people for the way they dress because of gender, race, many other factors should not be tolerated. That being said, says Joe, I firmly support the idea that schools should have uniforms. The reason I support this idea, I had a friend in high school lose their life to suicide for being bullied for the clothes that he wore. Joe, our condolences. He says he came from a low-income family. The only thing his mom could afford was stuff from the thrift store. I truly believe if everyone had the same uniform to wear, he may still be with us today. Joe says, I'd also like to add, you guys were talking about Olympic beach volleyball outfits. These female players, they don't have to wear bikini bottoms. Says they have a variety of uniforms they're allowed to wear. The only stipulation is that both teams have to agree. When asked, most volleyball players prefer less clothing, so there's fewer places for sand to be trapped. Not saying I agree or disagree, but those are the facts. That from Joe L. A whole new meaning to sand trap. I didn't know that. And by the way, if you missed Farrakhan talking about dress codes, you have to listen to that interview from earlier this week. She is unreal. And finally, this one from Michael. Earmuffs, kids. If you're 3 minutes into trash talk and you're a kid, your parents need to have some better supervision going on. But if you are a kid and you're here, mute it for the next 30 seconds because Michael's chiming in. He says to all the people out there on the left, on the right, in the middle, especially those with anonymous burner accounts on Twitter, filling social media with steaming garbage hot takes and getting into fights with total strangers, stop shitting in the pool. Michael says just because the pool's already mostly full of shit doesn't mean you aren't still a pool shitter. Do you really want to be a pool shitter? Clean up your act, read a book, go play sports, watch some great cable TV shows. Just stop shitting in the pool. I'm not asking you to be part of the solution. I'm just begging you to stop being part of the problem. That from Michael, who rounds out Trash Talk this week. You can send us your rant, your rave to talk@ryanjesperson.com. Proudly presented by our friends at Local Environmental. You can check out what they're doing at localenvironmental.ca. Hey, it's a long weekend. Stay safe out there. Do not drink and drive. We'll be spending Monday with our families. We're back on Tuesday. Next week, we're going to talk more politics. We're going to get into this story about monkeypox. What's that all about? Plus, we'll widen our scope to international news stories too. In the meantime, Real Talkers, thanks for tuning in today. One love, and we'll talk to you soon.